Shout out code name Super, bro. This nigga
Yeah.
used nothing.
接続持続可能時間5分
Let me start off by
Bro, this man
saying
be
I really
straight
don't know where the
snapping, bro.
YUTA fraud allegations came from. So
They came from the manga, bro. Like yes, he is, but no, he's not at the same time, bro.
personally had to go out my way to look for it, and they were talking crazy.
No, he
about how
is, but
needs to
he
get
not.
cleared by Rika. He a bush camper because he just goes around sneaking. Even in this newest episode, they call him bro super bum. Like damn. And my first thought was, why are we slandering YUTA when
Super
Gato
bum.
right there?
I ain't gonna lie,
Whole
nah,
ability is curse manipulation. He literally just spawns in any type of curse he took control of to come help him fight, and he still gets smacked by Toji.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Gato is absolute garbage, and so is Kenjaku, bro.
And basically, year one,
I hate both of
finished
them,
off
and they
by
both
his best
suck.
friend,
They
and
both
after that,
suck.
son got lobotomized by Kenjaku. Brody said, "Pass the controller, lame ass bitch." And to make it worse, he was better than
both
Gato
suck.
himself at using his abilities. Imagine someone hopping
That's
on
true.
your build and using it better than you ever could. Nah, I'm telling you, bro.
Nah.
You're wasting resources calling the wrong people frauds. And let's be real, taking credibility away from him for winning with Rika ain't fair. Cause bro, this is JJK, home of the most unethical
That's
fights
true.
we
No,
will ever
okay,
see.
that
There
is a
isn't
good
even any
point.
shame in jump or any shame in spamming cheese moves and abilities. And
Okay,
onto the
total
sneaking
move
point
isn't
they
cheese,
had
though.
for him. This
It
has me
take
crying
IQ
because y'all
calculation.
was Toji for being able to catch Gojo lacking off no sleep. I don't even forget
Yeah, I
him
know,
using a
I know.
Shikigami.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna be real. The Toji glaze is crazy, bro. That nigga, he ain't really do Gojo how he thought he did, bro. Like after you
that he
really think
basically
about it and
created
read it,
should be
bro.
the least of anyone's worries, bro.
Caught that
This
man off
world is
guard.
straight Shea hoops. Nothing ethical around here. They need to learn to move honorable like Jalen Brunson. But anyways, let's start from the top.
talking about no fucking
JJK
Jalen
0,
Brunson. Fuck
where
that
this
guy.
man with just a year and some change manages to beat Gato and stop his 10-year plan.
I'm gonna
in
be honest,
basically
I
5
love
minutes.
that movie.
Yuta's
Like,
gonna start off by summoning Rika.
after I
holding
first
this
watched that
tough
movie,
duo
I done
stance,
seen that
so
movie
you
like
know
10
this going
times.
on the
I love
IG
that
later.
movie.
And Gato's gonna come out throwing level 5 mobs, playing with that boy Yuta like he not one of them. He makes quick work of them as he Mario jumps off his head with his Converses and runs up the hordes of mobs for more airtime. And
His
they give us
fit
this
was tough,
first-person
too.
view,
Don't talk
letting
about
us
the
watch
shoes,
as he
homie.
cuts
That
him
better
up
not
one
be like
by
some- he
one.
better not be
And he
dissing.
starts free-falling, hitting the
better
toughest
not
switch
be.
animation, putting his arms out to the side like he D-Wade lobbing up to Braun, allowing Rika to come in and eviscerate the
This
rest,
movie was
saving
great,
his fellow
bro.
comrades. Yuta's gonna heal his teammates up and go back down to standing on the utility pole. Nah, who did it better? Gato then sends in Worms and his other mobs to fly right towards him. And Rika, being the useful homegirl she is gonna give Yuta a megaphone to use curse speech, allowing him to tell the curses to fuck off, eviscerating all the mobs.
That's pretty much what he said, bro.
So
to
at
be
this
honest.
point, Gato's knowing he's gonna have to Thanos it, talking about some fine.
I'll do it myself.
Taking out Toji's playful cloud weapon, and Yuta decides to W key, rushing Gato, closing the distance,
Oh my
flashing
goodness.
and flipping over. And Rika comes in to down smash, but Gato dodges. Then he comes in with 2 slash
this nigga
attacks
breakdowns
and gets
be
blocked.
so
Gato
good,
attacks,
bro.
but Rika comes in blocking like she a Susano arm and pushes him off.
I mean, that's
Yuta's gonna
what she
jump at
did,
him,
bro.
and bro, why is he lunging with his back turned? Gato blocks
he's
his
like
attack
that, look.
and another slash, and Yuta's gonna do a front vault just to get blocked again. And I'm not gonna lie, ain't shit hitting but this animation, cause Rika swoops in to float him
Oh
up,
my
and Gato was
goodness.
still able to evade. Damn. So right now,
I ain't
Rika's
lie.
just like, bet, let me get in on this. Lunges at him, tries to palm him, he ducks, jumps over the slash, and Rika's just like, man, sit your ass down, smacking him to the floor, causing him to dribble,
Yeah, this
with
movie is
Yuta
so
being in the air
good,
like
bro.
he trunks for the finisher, but he was able to dip out again. And as he lands, Rika is ready to strike, throwing a punch, but he jumps and runs on her arm like this a Sonic boss fight. He jumps off her to attack Yuta,
Bro, bro,
but he
people always be
blocks
doing
and they
that.
clash again. And he's just like, get your weight up, as he pushes him 5 steps back and pushes off, getting him right where he wants him, in between him and Rika. But he jumps out, evading both, and then he flies through the sky and comes back down for a down air. Yuta
That's
blocks
not how
and
he
he jumps
flew.
to his left. And he starts hitting him with this helicopter propeller move, so Yuta just moves back, clashes, causing his sword to get stuck, and Gato throws him to the wall. And Yuta weaves, clashes again, and avoids
Yeah,
another
yeah,
Rika
this
sneak
nigga is
while
breaking
blocking
this shit the
Yuta.
fuck
And damn,
down,
I
yo.
want to hate, but
Like, he
Yuta
not
is
missing a
moving
frame.
now. Rika and Yuta are gonna simultaneously attack him, and he's able to block both at once. Then he
Gato was
proceeds to trap
snapping, bro.
Yuta
This
in
was the only time he was
tentacles, but
snapping, but
Yuta
he
not
still
rocking
lost.
with that
You know, he
weird
was
shit,
going
so he
crazy.
slashes out of it and gets smacked clean in the face by the weapon, causing him to roll right on his back, and it really would have been wraps. But Rika swoops in last second to save him
Every
and get him
time.
out the way. And honestly,
But that's
if it's
part of
here
his
where
kit,
people will
though,
be
bro.
like,
You can't be
"See,
mad for him to
he
use
needs
it."
help. he would have died right there. I'm just gonna say this. No one is barring Gato from spawning in help. And he probably would if it would be useful, but he probably knows there's nothing he could bring out that's competing with Rika. Cause he had no shame doing it against Toji. Anyways,
but that
Yuta
was
rushes
cool. That
in,
dragon was cool.
And Gato tries to whack his face, but Yuta blitzes the attack and teleports behind him.
Bro, I just thought about it. He was spawning much more cool shit when he was younger, bro. And when he got old, he just started spawning in just fodder, bro.
Catching him off guard. He goes for a slash and Gato is still somehow able to react in time, breaking his sword into pieces. But he fucked up though. He started talking shit way too early. Look at him just over there yapping. Shut your dumbass up. But now looking at it closely though, he did try to block it. He did block it though, but it wasn't enough. Cause the punch still goes through and he's turning bro 180, sending him dribbling off the ground, and he's standing there with white eyes out of rage. He thinks he's rolling. He rolls on the floor and looks up like this first year and some change student really not about to foil his decade-long plan. He think he nonchalant. He think he Gojo. Yuta tells him to get his bitch ass up, and of course he listens like a good bitch, and they each line up to do their final attacks, with him spawning in a special grade curse of his own. And with Yuta doing questionable things to motivate Rika for their final attack, she charges up, and Gato says this dumbass,
y'all, he be turning Rika on, getting her horny and shit, and she give him power because she horny, and then boom.
This one-liner.
Fine, you fight for love. I'll fight to win.
Just for Brody to get absolutely smoked.
I ain't gonna lie, he always lost
struggle or nothing. Son just gets fried. Left that bitch with the future Gohan. I'm crying. There's no way he felt like he was gonna win that. He can't sense the power of the attack or something. I thought they could sense curse energy like how Z characters can sense someone's ki and power. Look at the aftermath, bro. Ain't no way he stood in the face of that. But yeah, he loses. So now it's time to move on to the next encounter. Him versus Yuji. First off, why did he pull up like this? Bro standing, arched up, holding the zestiest stance I've seen since
I said the same thing.
But this whole encounter was really nothing but a big ass no diff. He's just running him out of town, trying to get him isolated and alone, so he could achieve his goal in faking Yuji's death. After chasing him around for a bit, he picks the most deserted spot to lead him towards. A movie theater showing Madam Web, and Yuta's just over there throwing the movie.
That's why I was empty. But y'all didn't. Why they ain't show the? Why they ain't make the scene where he threw the car? They trying to make my nigga look weak, bro. My nigga usually was out here throwing cars in the manga, bro.
Most nonchalant sword swings I ever seen. They end up breaking out, and Yuta continues throwing out suppressed attacks, and still, each one had Itadori sweating bullets. He manages to graze him, and Itadori dips out of there, sliding on cards and jumping through a Jeep Wrangler, equipping this pocket knife. And he puts his spare energy into this weak-ass knife and proceeds to clash with him. But it's simply just a mismatch, as Yuta leans into knee him, causing him to fall back, and he comes forward slowly. His knife's gonna break while he gets cut up, but he's able to step and break Yuji's sword, causing him to back off. So now he believes that Yuta is free eats without his sword, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Because as Yuji's running in, Yuta's useful homegirl is gonna come in and hits him with her OP grab animation, stopping him in his tracks. Them saxophones were getting loud as Yuta walks up to stab him, unofficially offing him, but hey, that counts as a win. And another win that we are giving him is when he smacked the shit out of Chozo. This really, if he wanted to, he would have type of situation. So we counting that as a dub too? Sendai color. I mean, I guess he did. So it's here where we witnessed nothing but greatness. They really dropped Yuta in his own section like Prime Daquan in Tilted Towers and said, yeah bro, go clear it out. And all for rip, he murks his special grade one-shotting Groove, who back in the trash wilt era of JJK, where they're facing straight plumbers, this man conquered.
By the way, I do think the high-end era or whatever era Sukuna was in was the weakest one. I don't give a fuck what the show say. I got my own opinion. Them niggas was straight ass, bro, because each one of them got their ass beat by a student, bro.
The whole archipelago.
And Yuta cleared out 4 of them by himself.
With this paper cut abilities. And still, he just gets fried in a millisecond to Yuta. He stood no
literally,
chance.
Bro.
And the real action is gonna begin here, cause Yuta's gonna attempt at being heroic, charging in and giving bro the cleanest dap up we've seen since Bakugo and Midoriya. But
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That
was his last,
was clean as
shit.
He
gets disintegrated by the roaches.
He did.
And the rest of them come after the other civilians that Yuta wasn't able to get to. So he calls upon his useful homegirl Rika to protect the civilians. And she does it, successfully using the master hand technique to squash the horde. Then after, he's met by Berlizzi waiting under the water bridge. And he immediately tries to attack, but gets done in quickly as he deflects the first attack, cuts the arm with the sword, and skewers his arm with this katana, pinning it to the wall, and gets sent flying back. He tries finishing him right then and there. On his Piccolo and Trunk shit, they not there to mess around, but he's able to deflect them off and turns into a raid boss. Then he's gonna get rushed, and the animation is just way too clean. He's doing acrobatic vaults, running on
Bro,
walls,
this episode
and
was
with one
so
slash,
good,
he's gonna
bro.
deflect all the roaches. And
Like, oh
Kuroshi
my
thought he could
God,
sneak
it
in a
was so
fast
good,
one,
yo.
trying for a surprise attack to which Yuta blocks. He's gonna put up 2 fingers like he really using a jutsu. He think he's Sasuke in this bitch. He ends up sending this grandiose ass attack just for Yuta to deflect it easily.
He was
Yuta
one
lands
shot
and the
and shit.
roaches are gonna create a tornado around him. So he has to pay homage to his favorite IG photo angle, stabbing the sword in the ground and dispelling them away. And this is how you know he really for the theatrics, cause he's gonna sheath this sword just to use it not even 3 seconds after. Bro unequipped it for nothing. As he cuts the bug,
Nigga put the sword up just to pull it back out. Hey, bro,
he gets hit with
he need his
mysterious
points back,
liquids,
bro.
causing him to fight with his
He on
eyes
Fraud
closed.
Watch. I know this
He proceeds
already.
to block an attack with his back turn and blocks 2 more attacks. So naturally, I'm thinking, oh, he about to go crazy.
Yep.
They're even doing the slow walking standoff and then attack each other, with Yuta holding this confident ass stance.
I thought he
Thinking,
won,
GG's,
too.
He got him,
But no.
But he starts bleeding and falling to the ground. And they show us what really happened. Dude got caterpillars coming out his shoulder, and he got violently cut in the stomach. So I'm wondering, why is he trying his hardest to hold this pose? Like he didn't know he just got shitted on. We see the wound, bro. He's gonna get grabbed up by Kuroshi, and Yuta just gives bro a whole smooch.
Yeah, that
causing
was
bro
kinda
to
crazy.
completely eviscerate.
What's up
and
with
not
Yuta
even
and
1
kissing
second
Curse
after
Spirits?
that,
Rika, this
Shorty
nigga.
appears and he just gets blasted away. Gets sent into the building, and she tries punching him, but he weaves
She looks
and
so
tries
good in the
punching
show,
back,
too,
making
bro.
him
I was
hit
wondering
the
how they was gonna
involuntary
animate her.
gum pistol. Then she hits him with the stage change again, sending him into this nice ass art exhibit, and they couldn't help but take in the scenery.
Or how.
But then he really takes a look at her after looking around, and he says,
I thought they was gonna black out the parts that's
and
the
she goes to
background.
choke him for asking the right questions. They fly out the window, and he tries making her unhand him. But she has him doing involuntary Mr. Fantastic stretches.
I was
So now he's
confused,
just
too. I
sitting
was
there
like, what the
getting
fuck?
choked out. And while that's happening, they're gonna get third party by Ryu as a beam gets shot across the map. Shit may look like a Kamehameha, but it carries Final Flash tendencies as it doesn't finish the job.
Nope.
Yuta's gonna hit the dash, and Ryu's going to fire multiple beams.
Yeah,
making
look
this
how
look like a
good this
video
shit
game
was. Hold
Sonic
on.
trailer.
Hold on, let me make sure this shit is in motherfucking the highest quality. Okay, yeah.
Like, look
Got-
at this
got
shot
to.
right here. You're not telling me this not 1-to-1. Multiple blasts are gonna blow up the bridge, and when smoke clears, we see nothing there with the camera panning to Ryu, completely lost. But he's gonna surprise him by sneaking behind and throwing a punch, but he's still able to react, blocking the right as well. And then takes a step back, and we see the punch left his hand steaming. He's
gonna be
going to
real,
go
though,
in for a
this
punch
definitely
to
is
which
one of the
Yuta
best
blocks,
episodes of
and
the
he does a
season.
flurry of
I mean, of
even
the
more
show.
attacks. But Yuta's defense was
Right,
too
the whole
good. He
show.
blocks all of them until they get to a point where they're just standing back to back. And I don't know what to call this move other than a literal back shot. Got him in the air, and the G-force is hitting his face crazy, sending him flying away.
A
He lands
literal
on the
back
building,
shot.
weaves the beam, and he gets punched straight down. And Ryu must have watched Iron Man 2 before this, because he uses his special attack, spinning around and cutting the building as a whole, causing it to crumble. And Yuta manages to escape the building, and he's chilling on the electrical lines. And he comes in with the Superman punch. But Ryu's able to block it, and he tries to spam light attacks.
Bro,
But
Ryu
Ryu
was
blocks him
turning
and
up.
punches him square in the face. And as he falls back, he clenches his fist like, nah, where you going? And Yuta locks back in, jumps over, grabs his neck, and he got him in a full chokehold. And this is where Ryu's IQ kicks in. Instead of struggling trying to pry his arm off, he's gonna use the beam to hit Yuta into the wall, crash through it, and Yuta's gonna switch hand positions and hit him with a suplex. Then he tosses his
I ain't
ass out
gonna lie.
the apartment. And just
Bro,
like a
they was
Caribbean parent,
jacking,
he uses
y'all.
the first object in his sights to go beat this man.
And it's not
Grabbing
even a
a
main
clothing
part, but
rail,
it's
flies
jacking.
in, imbuing it with purple aura, looking like Gambit, and he tries unleashing a full Donatello moveset on him, but it doesn't work. As he jumps up, fires at him, and it hits his hand, giving him the reverse Michael Jackson. He fires another beam, but Yuta blocks it for a bit and gets sent back into the dome. And just like Sukuna and Shibuya, he's gonna do a horizontal backflip up the wall. He gets some space of his own,
That was
says,
crazy.
Get this stupid black shit off of me!
healing himself, and Mans is gonna punch this whole wall just to make sure he gets no rest. And as he's falling down, he's gonna hit him with the down air, sending him crashing to the floor. And Sun just starts aggressively moonwalking into the tunnel with the goal of giving Yuta less room to work with. But Yuta isn't a bitch, so he runs
Never.
in no fear. Season 1
sometimes.
Midoriya still can't relate and starts blocking the beam.
Why we
And
talking
Ryu's
about Season 1 Midoriya?
let's
Let's
see
talk about
how you
Season
fare
7
against
Midoriya.
this. Sends an even more powerful beam that splits the pole and is targeted to the middle of his head. But still, even at the last second,
How about
he's able
we-
to dodge. And with this new information of knowing that his weak ass pole not gonna block the beams, he proceeds to run around the edges corkscrew style, and as he gets close, Ryu says, nah, fuck that, I'm ulting. Fires a beam, covering the whole tunnel, unraveling his hair, And here we go with this cartoon Tom and Jerry ass shit, cause he's just gonna take a whole train and hits him with it. He jumps over, leading to Yuta kicking him right up in the air. And he's gonna keep up the pressure, chasing him down. He continues to fix his hair to shoot a beam, but Yuta meets it with a fist, causing him to get blasted out the building. And as if that wasn't enough, he's gonna get wombo combo by Uro, as she was camping right outside to hit him with a down air right to the ground. Ryu is tight that Shorty decides to pull up in third party like he didn't do the same shit 2 minutes ago, and he fires. She counters it with sky manipulation
and sends it
right back to him same day shipping. And now Yuta's understanding that the situation is getting critical, so he puts on the ring, which spawns in his useful ass homegirl, Rika, allowing her to fight right beside him and supply him with cursed energy. But the catch is, the connection lasts 5 minutes, so we gotta wrap this up quickly. The boxing starts off with Rika flying in, and right before Uro decides to move out the way, Yuta's gonna take Toge's move and say this:
"Don't run too far, I don't feel like running very fast today."
The corniest nigga of all time is right here, y'all.
Causing her to stop in her tracks, and we get this Persona all-out attack cutscene. Like, she's getting absolutely jumped. And bro over there mad he not getting in on the action, so he fires an attack right at him. Each party moves out the way, and Rika's gonna launch Yuta like how Boruto does to his clones, right at Ryu. And he's gonna Superman punch him right into the streets. And look at Rika being a useful homegirl, holding him up. The teamwork's a beautiful sight to see. Uro's gonna proceed to come in and billow reality, causing every owner of car insurance companies to have a random heart attack, as over 200 cars get flung up in the sky simultaneously. And in the midst of the concrete tsunami, they said, anytime, any place, any condition, it don't matter, we box. Said this stage hazard doesn't mean shit to me. As he slides down Fire and Blast, Yuta comes running in, blocking with his Genos arm. They collide, and Yuta's gonna hit a one-arm twisting kick, but he blocks and tries for a kick to his own.
Yuta,
and oh my goodness, look at this view. We got the fight over here, the moving terrain in the back. It's beautiful. I can't believe this man Shota really leaving Mappa after this episode. He really said, yeah, let me drop 60 on my way out. I know the day he left, they were holding onto his leg, begging him to stay. And it only gets better from here, cause Ryu's gonna grab Yuta's arm and tries hitting him point blank, but he weaves, and Yuro's gonna hula hoop the attack around and launch it right back. He then turns to her rushing, and here comes Yuta's useful homegirl Rika again, delaying her attack so Yuta could get in close and have her in a critical position. But also in that time, Uro used sky manipulation to bend reality and stave off Rika's punch, and it acted as a defensive barrier, allowing her to 1v1 Yuta. Then she warps reality to make Rika hit Yuta square in the chest, causing her to go into a rolly rage, throwing repeated down airs until she said, you know what, come here, grabs her and slams her on her back and throws her away. But she curves reality, making her momentum go the other way, and the camera cuts right before impact. And now we get back to Yuta throwing hands. Ryu is gonna come up slowly, holding a finger up in the air like he Michael Jackson. With the beam spinning around him, this dude is so JoJo coded, it's crazy. He runs right to him with the ring, but Yuta blocks it with his Genos arm, gets pushed back, and Ryu's gonna run in again. But this time, Yuta's gonna time his entrance, putting him in the ring, and he squares up with Ryu. Yuta blocks a left hook, then a right, then ducks the left into a spinning kick, and Ryu blocks it. Meanwhile, up above, Uro uses sky manipulation to make Rika punch herself, and the cameraman brings us back down to a weaving Yuta. He ducks a left, veers off a right, then dodges a left hook, displaying defensive greatness right now, as they give us a better angle for us to see him weave a right hook, duck under, and weave the left. He tries attacking himself, but Ryu blocks, weaves the right, and weaves the wheel kick, making the total amount of hits in this ring to amount to 0. So Uro has to come in with the third party dragging Rika down with sky manipulation, breaking up the fight, and then she uses thin icebreaker to flatten her opponents beneath them. But Rika is able to protect Yuji through all of it, and after, she throws Yuji up.
Did this nigga just say Yuji twice?
For the get back.
Get back, nigga!
Yo, code name. I know you ain't fucking up like this, yo.
Breaking up the fight, and then she uses thin icebreaker to flatten her opponents beneath them. But Rika is able to protect Yuji through all of it, and after, she throws Yuji up for the get back.
What the fuck?
Get back!
He flies right to her, ripping pieces out his hair, and sends in these weak-ass Kid Icarus NPC mobs right at her. And this is where another show of Yuta's great IQ comes into play. He threatens to shout net spin lyrics, causing her to cover her ears, and he runs up while her guard is completely down. And he uses Drew's ability in using the mobs orbiting around her, allowing for guaranteed slash attacks. And Yuta still comes in for a punch, but she was able to block the attack with sky manipulation. And while Yuta is fighting her, the camera's gonna pan right back to Rika fighting Ryu, just in the building going at it. They end up breaking up the building, and Ryu blasts Rika out the way, causing a three-way standoff. So now I'm leaning forward in my chair, because
Like
they do a
everybody
three-way
was.
domain expansion.
The music started
And look
playing,
at Yuta.
like-
Why is he holding his face like that? He looking like Uzi, who always sad about something. Meanwhile, Ryu and Yuro are hype as shit to run some hands.
He not
We
lying.
got so many people
He
in
not
this
lying,
anime
bro. He
that
not
are spiritually like Goku. They just love to box. I still can't forget Sukuna's face when he was fighting Maharaga. Just
I ain't gonna lie,
happy as
just
hell.
happy as
The ball
fuck.
consolidates, and I really thought we were in for cinema. But out of nowhere comes in Kuroroshi. Comes in to
He
shatter
should've said
the domain,
Berlizzi.
causing all four of them to free fall. And just look at him while he's free falling. He got his arms folded
For
like
no
he really
reason.
about to do something. They land, and Yuta wasted no time, instantly sneaking Uro, while the roach lunges in and cuts Uro at the arm. And Rika comes in to take a yomp at it. Oh my goodness,
bro,
they
she ate that
doing
shit
shorty
quick as
crazy.
fuck.
Had her standing like damn. Confused as hell as to why three people just collectively decided to attack her. And to put the cherry on top, Ryu's gonna fire a beam and it decimates her, taking her out the fight. And Kuroroshi's exit was not as extravagant as his entrance, cause Yuta just sneaks behind and one-shots him out the fight. And now it's just Yuta and Ryu standing off against each other.
This
Ryu's
was
gonna
so
point a
good,
finger gun
y'all.
at him like he charging up a spirit gun, and Yuta's gonna hit his own stance to charge up his cursed energy. After a few exchanges of words, and Ryu's fat ass talking about some dessert, they fire beams at each other, and the beam struggle is looking majestic, giving me flashbacks to hashtag that anime. With the purple and blue going at it, and of course, Vegeta still manages to spiritually lose, with the purple beam getting
Vegeta never
overpowered,
lost, by the
and
way.
the impact causes the smoke to fill the area. And we see another beam getting charged right back up in the smoke. It fires, and we see Yuta simultaneously run out to the side, and it's revealed that it was Rika who fired the beam. But her attack is not as strong, so he's able to block it with one hand, and turn to the running Yuta and fire at him. Yuta's gonna run forward, and he has one last trick up his sleeve: sky manipulation. And if you're
They
wondering
ate her
how he
shit,
has her
bro.
powers now, it was because of Rika devouring the cut arm off of Uro. She's done it again, found another way to help, another way to be of use. Someone tell Yamcha to take notes. He's gonna redirect the attack upwards,
But, nigga.
leaving that boy Ryu in shock. And then Yuta hits him with the thin icebreaker, pushing him back, and Rika's gonna come in with a down. But hold on though, if you peep the motion that Yuta did, it wasn't for no reason. And it wasn't Yuta on his real steel timing either, but we'll get more into that later. After the down smash though, Yuta charges up a thin icebreaker, but the timer runs out, meaning the move is cancelled out and Rika has to fade away, rendering her power null. Ryu, who is somehow still conscious after taking a heavy attack to the dome, is gonna knock Rika and Yuta right off him, and Rika completely fades away. So now
Timer over.
Yuta's left with the true one-on-one. He was able
Y'all, I just wanted to say something, y'all. This last part of them fighting, y'all, when it was just straight jacking up until the end, bro. Like, I dare near beat my shit to this, bro. Like, I'm so serious, bro.
to block, but the punch left his hand glitching, making Ryu think he's free eats. But he's not done yet, as he ducks and kicks him right in the chin. Ryu's gonna return with a shot to his liver, and just like Piccolo and Android 17 in that legendary
They just
fight,
going back and
they're gonna
forth.
stand there going hit for hit, doing the iconic punch trade that we see in Creed and Goku vs Vegeta.
Come
Then
on.
he tries for a left, Yuta weaves, grabbing him and hitting him with this emote, and from the sky
You're
comes
done,
a
buddy.
giant blue beam. Had me thinking Gogeta came into third party, but it wasn't. It was related to that arm motion earlier, because before the timer ran out, he curves the beam downwards. So the whole time they were boxing, Yuta was making sure to keep him towards the edge, so he could hit him with the grab and bathe him in the attack. And yeah, after all that, Ryu's gonna
After
zestily
all
say
that?
I'm full and fall to the ground. And that's how Yuta won. And yeah, that's the end of this video.
Hey, he saved
Thank
him
you.
though. He ain't let him die. Shout out Code Name. I said a W. Another fucking banger.